We're on. We're live.
We live. We are enjoying this beautiful weather, so shop doors open. With a nice view of my car over there, too.
Oh, yeah. Chris got new wheels, by the way. I'll go on this side so you can actually appreciate the extra 15 mil spacers he needs, but...
I'll get there. Well, you gotta focus on that. Of all the things, that's what you gotta focus on.
Joel, put that at the end. Look at how good this bitch looks, though. Yeah. Proper. We getting there. And he's getting it painted soon, too. Running and driving first. So he has his wiring harness back. He's gonna wire that bad boy up tomorrow. That's what he promised me. But in the meantime, look at Wise Fab right there.
Gradually plugging away at the F30 build. A lot of behind the scenes, little buttoning up stuff, tightening fittings, going through everything. So initially when we were gonna get this car done, we were gonna take it all apart, then it was gonna paint. But now what Duarte wants to do is we're gonna test it naked. No roof, no doors, no fenders, no hood. Just to get a good test so he can get all excited about the build again. Then it's gonna get sandblasted, painted, powder coated, I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. But in the meantime, last little piece to our driveline puzzle, because now we have the clutch and transmission and drive shaft and all that in there. We have our new axles from WiseFab. So we sent them some measurements of the distance from the flange of the differential to the back of the wheel bearing at droop, at ride height, and at full compression. So that way we know exactly that these lengths will work all the way through our sweep of suspension travel. So we're gonna get these bad boys put in now.
Yeah, and while the car is up on the lift, we can show you the goods underneath. So we finished up all of the titanium exhaust all the way through. And we came up with these cool little hangers. We actually stole this idea from Johan. I watched him do it on Adam's car. He ended up taking a half a pipe and then welding onto it. And I'm pretty sure he did it out of titanium, but I didn't have any flat plate titanium to do it. So I just did it out of stainless. And I literally just cut a 3.5 inch pipe in half, made it nice, and then made a bracket for it. And then we do a little clamp on there and it pulls it in tight. We have all the titanium done. We did another one back here for it. So it has just a clamp that holds it on. You can actually take these off because it's 3.5 inch stainless on top of 3.5 inch titanium. So it actually clicks up into place. So it'll hold itself up, but you know, if it hit a bump, it'll fall down. So we have a nice little turn down for it. FD states that you have to have your exhaust dump after your axle. So we have it just come back past the subframe. But we have everything tightened up. We did all of our bolt checks and everything, all our fuel lines, our radiator lines, all that fun stuff. We got our drive shaft in as well. Drive shaft loop, you want to have one of those bad boys when you're doing any competitions. They make you put one in within, was it 6 inches? So it has to be within 6 inches of this.
That's made out of aluminum. You definitely want to play that game. You don't want to find out the hard way.
Yeah, you don't want to play the F around and find out on that one. You also want to have an SFI bell housing when you're competing, and they check the dates on it to see when it was manufactured. So I want to take care of that as well. And what else did we do? Oh, we finally took the cardboard off of our intercooler because it looks so much better. And I had to weld on the power steering reservoir and IAT, which we'll show you here in a minute.
So we got a few fittings. We got a weld on the radiator.
2 6AN.
Yeah, 2 6ANs to the expansion tank.
Just bleeders, basically, right?
Yeah, just the arrow. One's like a siphon feed that pulls suction from the water pump, and then the other one is just like to help pull the air out of the top of the rad. This one, because we did the water pump delete, we don't actually need to put a bleeder on the engine. Works out.
That's beautiful. Let us know what you guys think about our street stock F30 that makes 1,000 horsepower. We lost our boy Adam. So in addition to doing the drive shaft, all the other stuff underneath the car, we have the intake finish welded, all done. The wastegates all done. We also have power steering reservoir. Oh, engine wiring came in. So we got all of our wiring specialties harness all plugged in, all plumbed, all hidden. So it's all nice and sleek. But it's a little bit of a mess because he has to finish looming and doing all the things. And then eventually we're going to click this bad boy on and he's going to give us a startup tune. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, as well as we finished the battery. It's all hooked up, all the wires are run, fuel lines are all plumbed, everything's good there. We have one more thing that we're waiting to do, which is this one. I'm gonna put that on there, we have to take it apart when we paint the car. The wiring.
Yeah, I put it back together, but temporarily without a boot and without any service loops.
Yeah, because we have to take it apart because we're not doing a bulkhead for it. And when we paint the car, we'll put it back together, do the service loops, and then he'll put his stuff on there. But we have everything done here, so we can put the back cap back on it. That bad boy, we finished up that as well. So we'll have our fuel lid and our battery lid for it. And that all bolts down, so it is a firewall away from the cabin of the car, which makes it legal for FD. We also finished up doing all of our matching rivets along here. Got all of this all done. Now we need to put this back on for the windshield. And then I'm going to cut a little rim around this out of aluminum and make it nice and clean. Chris finished his overflows and his bleeders. One's for the fuel, and then the other one is for the winners. So when we drain the winners out, do the quick change for it, all we have to do is put the fluid back up in here, and it'll go down into there. And you don't have to try and undo that bolt down there and try and fill it from the bottom. You can literally just take and pour it right in the top. Nice and easy. The only thing left to do on the radiator for coolant side is do a little 6AN up here and down there like Chris was talking about, and then do some wire tucking, and eventually when our body kit gets in here, them bad boys are coming off. To finagle the bagel on the back too, because it's a little warpy.
Nice lid.
Nice lid, not bad. We haven't seen it in there in like, I don't even know how long, forever. But it looks good. Now all that's finalized. The vacuum, a little brushy. It's all gonna get paint eventually, but not till we get to go test it. So we're really excited for that.
Old and busted, new hotness.
So today at BMW 2JZ F30 HQ,
We're putting the headlights on. Not such exciting performance stuff. But we did wrap up all the little stuff we needed. We needed to put an air filter on it, do the thermostat delete, Freddy's Spec tune setup, so that way we drop a little bit of coolant temperature. We're sitting at like 190 on the dyno. What else we do? Oh, we made AC lines for it. So now this thing's gonna have air conditioning too. And now we're fitting up some wheels and tires because we actually want this thing to hook instead of just do, 100-mile-an-hour burnouts. But we had fresh boys that we were gonna put on the race car, but street car priority right now because race car doesn't really need headlights right now. Just needs to make the horsepowers. Tell him. Winston.
Yeah, tell him, Winston.
Good boy.
They work.
Donnie's been getting really good at aluminum fabrication.
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up this rental, We got to do some welding, we got to do some learning. Now I got to squeeze these so I don't got gaps like that, Pies don't always line up perfectly, so you got to make them. Got one piece tag, got to put IT sensor in this too. Got one of them link johns. This welder make me look like I know how to weld,
Donnie learned how to do aluminum welding last week before last, or at least he learned how to do it a lot better. And with the Everlast welder, made it a lot easier, right, Donnie?
Yes, the Everlast cheat code. Making it so it looks like I actually know how to weld. Joel also learned because he had to do a whole supercharger kit on his BMW,
Man, everybody's learning how to TIG weld with Everlast. Presets, baby!
Presets.
Show us your weld.
Look at that, I'm teaching myself out of a job.
No, Cricket. Because Cricket been teaching me pie cuts today now, so.
Oh yeah, that too.
Damn, Donnie.
Get in there, Joel.
You say it's not you, it's the machine.
It's the machine. The machine's doing everything.
fun fact, we sell HGK at drifthq.com. So I steal stuff for Duarte's car. This is actually an E92 HGK carbon fiber dash that we didn't really have to cut anything out of to make it fit in the F30. The cage kit is 51.5 inches wide on the inside part of the A-pillars. This is 51 inches wide. So you have just enough room to squeeze it in, and as it goes down, it actually gets a little bit wider, so it fits just perfect in here. And the only thing to do is cut around, if you want to come over on this side, Joel. So I only had to cut two things out of the dash. The first is the spot where the steering wheel goes, the steering column, and the lever for raising and lowering it. And then the second part was up here, which it comes about 1.5 to 2 inches longer than it normally would, and that's because when they designed the car, or the E92 dash, they designed it around James Dean because he's so tall. They actually extended the dash out farther. So they give you a little bit extra on there, about 1.5 to 2 inches, so it'll stick farther towards the steering wheel, which we didn't know that at the time when we made it for the E92, when we did Tyrone. So the dash is actually a lot closer. So it's about this much closer to the steering wheel, which your hands can get bound up and stuff, and we didn't want to do that with Duarte's. He wants enough room to be able to do what he needs to, so we ended up cutting that off. So I'm going to make tabs tomorrow. Hey, don't be such a drama king. You got the hardest life ever, you know, dogs. He'll sigh harder than anybody else, and all I did was sleep all day. All right, so we got our link display mounted in here as well, so that was really nice. I was going to cut that out and then put some M5 hardware in the back side of it, and it actually floats away from it. So Chris thought about maybe adding a little lighting behind it to kind of make it pop, because we're going to add some lighting on the all the electronics down there for the ECU and everything, just so it like pops. All right, so we have our USB plugs right here, so Freddie can actually tune and not have to try to reach up under there, because it has a clear base that goes on it. And then we have our dash programmer right here, and then the cool suit that you can crank up and turn down. So that just increases the flow or turns the flow off. So if it gets too cold, you can actually regulate your cool suit. So we have the dial right there, nice and easy. Otherwise, I just have to do 2 tabs off of this to mount the dashboard to the dash bar, and the dash is in. Shout out HGK. If you guys are looking for HGK stuff, you can find it at drifthq.com. Make sure you call your salesman like John Pro. He'll let you know which stuff we have in stock ready to ship, and then stuff that we've already sold out of. So make sure you call or email John at drifthq.com to get a quote on the HGK stuff that we do still have in stock. Even though we already got a shipment just in, it sells out as fast as it comes in, so call today. Love to see it. So we're testing fuel pressure, testing all of our lines, and we have no drippy, no leaky, which is a beautiful thing. So now we have water tested, we have fuel tested, we have bled brakes, all the brakes, even the hydro. The clutch is bled. The only thing we have left for fluids wise would be engine oil, and we have to make power steering lines. We're waiting on Johan to be free for that one. And what else?
Diff oil,
Diff
transmission fluid, and we got to still top off the rest of the cooling system. That's not bad.
At least you know when the fuel pump's on. You ain't gonna miss that one.
Cover on, see if it gets quiet.
There's a lot of leaker here.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Oh yeah. Here it is. You missed one.
I missed one?
I didn't text those ones. I only did the bulkhead, but I did say that they were tight under there. So I'll take the blame.
Ooh. Hey, 1 out of how many? 20? 30? 30 lines?
All of them. Bump it up.
Styling. It would have done that. There we go. It would have splashed anyways. You're giving me crap for just pouring it without it. Sorry. did tighten those AN lines, right? You said you did.
What's up guys? So the first time ever testing the Fab electric rack controller. Right now we have it on the highest setting, which equals the most assistance. Let's see what I can do. So I already know high assist is a bit too much. It's too easy. I can literally drift this thing with one finger. We went back to the shop and we changed it and put in the medium setting, which I think is more accurate to like your conventional hydraulic rack. Just leaving from the shop to here, I can already feel that I actually can feel the wheel. The way I was just drifting before, it literally felt like a sim. But I like to feel the front of the car a little more, so we're gonna try it on a medium setting and see how it does. Much better, but I probably am still gonna go down to no assist. Like I could feel the front of the car and like I could actually like tell that it was like nose diving and stuff. Before I was like overturning the car and the car was already at like max angle. Third test now, this is the lowest assist mode. We'll test it out, see how it feels, and pick which setting I'm gonna drive in. I can definitely already tell this is the setting, 100%. You feel the car, feel the front, you like still have to give it some input, but this is perfect for me. Love it. Thank you, Fab.
We got Freddie here, and we're gonna do a startup on this car. We're very excited about it.
Hi, how's it going?
This is documentation up to your standards.
Yeah, we're looking for turbo speed, DI4.
Man, a few words, many results. That's Freddie. Don't talk much, but he gets it done.
Well, the first thing we did a couple days ago was program the PDM, set up all the I/O, inrush currents, program the CAN bus keypad. After that, put a base map in the ECU, set up the I/O, sensor data, all that, and then now I'm going to configure the dash to have some data for the first start. And then on the dyno, and once I get Dorothy in the car, I'll get a little more fancy with it to see what he likes, because every driver is a little picky. Something may work for one guy but not the other, so I should have a Drift HQ one. There you go.
Ah.
Let's put it in now. Wow.
Is it? Oh.
Wow.
No way.
Wow. Wow, nothing works.
I mean, yeah, it is.
No, just the voltage.
But there's nothing, there's no data.
There's no data. Why is there no data?
Is it data or is it data?
Data.
Data?
Data.
Data?
That's data.
Data?
Data.
So Freddie, sometimes your stuff might not read and then you're saying can high and can low can be flipped?
Yeah, it happens. So we'll just flip can high, can low here and see if the dash works.
Can high is the blue one?
I don't know.
Oh.
There's an industry standard. I think white is always high and the opposing color is low.
Ah, okay.
I could be wrong.
Somebody will correct you in the comments.
Yeah, it's fine.
Data? Data? It says we do definitely have some IAT negative, and we have Colante.
You hop in there. Oh, cool, it's by hand.
What? No locking that? It's just by hand?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Alright, solid.
Wow. You can just do that anytime? So I just said it the first time. There's no reason to ever go up and down on
Not really, no.
fuel pressure.
No. If you're out of injector, you can bump it up, but we're already at 60 psi base. So.
I really hope so.
Alright, fuck it.
I got faith in you, Freddie. You got faith in us.
I've done this a few times.
So first start.
First startup.
Hang on, I want more fuel.
We're almost there. Start up. Very exciting. Been waiting a long time to hear this car start. And then Freddie pops in here an hour later. It's gonna turn over. Like that. No.
I can't tell if it's missing or it just sounds like that. Yeah, no firing.
No fire?
No fire. So we're diagnosing a misfire.
Cylinder 6. That's why we have EGTs. Makes it real easy to figure out.
That's 6.
Injector or?
That's 5. 6. No good. Wow.
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 Hell yeah, Freddie.
Hell yeah. Sounds way better than the other ones. Titanium for life, boys. Cool. Well, there you have it. Our F30 runs. And the next video, you're going to see it on the dyno, and then we're going to be ripping it, so you'll see it driving. We're going to whip some shitties in it and test it out, make sure everything is good on it. And then the fun part of breaking it all back down again to get fresh paint. We still have to scrape the whole underneath of this car. Me and Chris are going to go ham on it with some torches and some wire wheels.
Scrapers. Not excited about that one. That's gonna be an outdoor activity. Thankfully it's winter time in Florida. And this is what we have in the wintertime. Not snow.
Yeah.
Just cold, nice weather.
Cold. Relative cold for us. For y'all, wherever you're at, it's probably a lot colder where you're from. It's 70 right now and the shop doors are open and it's still a little chilly for 70. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think about the F30 build. We are very excited for it, and I'm excited for paint. You know what color it's going to be already, but why don't you guess the interior color? Because that will be different. It's not going to be green on green.